What's up, Crystal Nation? It's your boy Crystal 7CZ and back at it again with another video of the update of the brand new UI. Alright, so we do got some brand new stuff that they did put into the game that we talked about before. Let's actually look at it and see what it looks like now. Let's get into it and see why video games are so amazing. Let's get into it. What they have done to the look of it, it looks absolutely amazing now. In my opinion, it's much more put together than it was. It was clunky before, but this is so much smoother. The way that I like the way that it's set up, because you're able to go straight into what you want instead of constantly clicking the right or left trigger. Sometimes it would get stuck in certain screens. They fixed that as well, so this looks really clean, really slick. And then as far as like each and every category, they changed a little bit here and there with the echoes though. They changed like the way that you level up. If you look at the level of the echo, we're just going to click on the echo. If you look at the level of the echo design, it looks different when you level up. All right, granted, they still have to input the echoes to where it'll just be one echo you get, and then if you do get multiple of the same echo, you just put it into the one echo you want to grind, and then it will stay that way constantly. So you don't have a bunch of multiple echoes you have to worry about. It'll just be one of each category, which is cool. They'll add that very soon, but they have been making a lot of steps and making a lot of moves. I really appreciate the devs for being so open with us and communicating with us every step of the way. You guys are amazing. Keep going. All right, but that's the small UI change with this. Let's go back out, and then we're just gonna go into every category really quickly here. All right, gonna go to artifacts, of course. Set up totally different now. It's so much more, so much more slick and clean, and it feels like you can go straight towards uh, what you want and know exactly what you're going for, right? All right, so we're gonna leave out to the next category. Just go to category by category just to show the changes. Nothing really different changed here, just the way that it looks when it comes to the menu itself and to respecting your abilities, just the way it looks. It's all about the UI, right? Making it look good. Also, let's go to affinity. Affinity screen looks pretty much the same. Different design, but much cleaner. I like the way the top looks now. Totally different. When you go to your perks here, perks are set up differently. Like I said in my last video, you just check that out. Go to the links below, or go into click to my channel or my name, and then you'll see the UI before. And this is much smoother. I love it. Let's go back out here. Go to we saw to manage the artifacts, of course, and of course, if you need to change your character screen looks pretty much the same here. All right, and I think the biggest change, honestly, is the first screen you go into for your character, and the way it's set up is so much more cleaner. It's slick, and the way that you level up your echoes, the way it looks is much more cleaner and slick as well. And every single page you go into, just a small changes with the borders and things of that sort. Love it, love to see it. Also, we're just going to go ahead and go into what other things they may have added into the game really quickly here. I'm going to just go out, and I'm going to go to graphics here. This is the way I do it. You could do it differently, of course. Better ways of doing this, but this is just the way that I do it so far. Alright, so just go out of the screen here. It's going to close out the game. Alright, and we're going to go into, that's my background there. I love cars. Just going to go into what the devs have added to, like, that menu interface update that we talked about before. They do have all of these notes. I don't want to really run down the notes again because we pretty much ran it down beforehand in my last video. I just want to show you what they've also changed the way the echoes are broken down now. All right, so now you can break them down in more than just one quantity. You can break them down in multiple multiple quantities, which I absolutely love. So you can put them and bundle them instead of just doing, like I said, one. You can do 20 at a time, 30 at a time, which is great. It saves a lot of time too. Also, as far as in game, the map now, as you see, fast travel. You can fast travel to anywhere with the new UI system on the left hand side. So remember, before we had to like scroll all the way down the menu to try and get to the place that we wanted to go by clicking the portal, but now they're actually on the screen, and you can click exactly where you need to go instead of scrolling down the whole map, because that was super irritating. It was super slow as well. Didn't like it. All right. Also, when it comes to, yeah, so we just went over and looked at the character screen and seeing what the UI looks like. It looks absolutely beautiful now. Like the way it looks. Yep. So we went over multi-crafting. We went over inventory upgrades. Look really good now. Improved world map, which you can select on which place that you want to go to now, and actually go straight there instead of scrolling down the map. The defense overhaul. I don't think we talked about defense overhaul, but let's go over really quickly here. In this patch, we're changing the way damage reduction from physical damage and magical damage is calculated. Previously, damage reduction was calculated by comparing a Wayfinder's physical or magical defense to the base weapon or ability power of the attack hitting them. That caused two problems. First, the method meant that there was not a single damage reduction percent value to show players, so we couldn't show you. They couldn't show us anything, as the amount of damage reduction granted by defense varied from enemy to enemy and attack to attack, which I don't think it should do that. Even worse, this method of calculation made damage more spiky. Low power enemies like Falder or low power attacks like multi hits would have a less or lower base weapon ability power, and thus percentage reduction against them would be greater, which is very interesting. But the opposite was also true with boss attacks and heavy strikes having drastically lower damage reduction, which that shouldn't, yeah, like I said, that shouldn't be, man. We should have drastically higher. For those reasons, we have changed how damage reduction is calculated. Now, rather than comparing defense to the base power of an attack, defense is compared to a standard value based on the enemy's power level. There we go. So it's not based on us, it's based on the enemy, all right? So enemy's power level, if they're low power level, you'll have higher damage reduction, of course, and vice versa. If they're higher level, have lower damage reduction because they're a stronger enemy, right? Also, weapon balance changes. Wow. They buffed the Hellswarm. All right. The Blood Song, Will of Pain, healing ability now scales with both weapon and ability power. All right, so Tooth and Claw, Shredder, Toss, targeting improvements should no longer fail to find targets or bounce off Vasilo's clone. Okay, all right, so that clone is going to do what it's supposed to now, pretty much. The Grim Harvest, Bone Geyser now scales with both weapon power and ability power, which is huge. Echo and loot balances, yes. So echoes, they drop better now. You get buffed on echoes like the Vulture. AoE DOT buffed by 150%. The Bear Slam and Bear Break or break damage increased by 100%, which is huge on that Echo. So the Echo for the Beastmaster is buffed. The kill counter increases even while on cooldown. Okay, so yep, buff to the Riven. I call it the Riven. I used to call it the Raven, but it's the Riven. Riven Echo, so the Beast Echo, Riven Echo, the Reaver Woods chest, so pretty much the higher level bosses, some of the higher level bosses, a couple of the higher level bosses, and one of the lower level bosses have been buffed. The chest accessory drop rates for large chests increased by 100%. Oh god, that's huge. So accessories won't be so hard to farm. Consumables have been added to the drop tables. Consumables, all right, nice. All right, and on accessories here, once again, accessories, since they got it a buff, the epic boss accessory drop rate buff, and things of that sort. This all here in the notes, but really quickly, they just buffed the echoes, buffed the chests for accessory drops, which we really need. They buffed a couple of the weapons here, and they also changed the defense of how we calculate our percentages against higher and lower enemies. All right. Also, UI changes we went over as well. We went in game, check those out as well. Told you it was gonna be a quick video. I really appreciate you guys for being here. I'm excited. This is what's happened since the last update and since the last video. We are now waiting for the mythic hunts. We can't wait for that. And also we are now waiting for, like I said before, those echoes to change into just one echo that's going to drop for you, and then the other ones that drop you put into one echo that you really like and farm up and things of that sort. So we're just farming, just chilling. Also, you know, just leveling up our wayfinders and weapons as much as we possibly can to get ready for those mythic hunts, because I'm pretty sure they're going to be insanely hard, and for the raid in the brand new area too. So look, guys, it has been absolutely amazing. I wanted to make this quick because we had already did really a video over the updates of Wayfinder, and I can't wait to see the new ones. Crystal Nation, you already know, man, we are out. Smooches, hugs around the world, and I will see you in stream. Love you guys. Have a good one.